scripting boss wins. Tell me why we're not going to win against Letta today. Give me one reason. Yo, where's Gumby at, man? Let's get an update from Gumby, man. Where's Gumby at? Let's get an update. My man could be on date number 6 right now. Chat, what does WSP mean? Koeda Tawika in YouTube says WSP. World Series posting. Hey Dan, I haven't seen the last 2 streams. How's pace going? Met Jupri. You're here for the winning. WSP is what's up. We can't even type what's up anymore. We're abbreviating what's up. WSP. Like what's up is like basic. This man created danglish but draws the line at WSP. You're 1 letter away from a life-threatening bug, man. I can say this. I've never, in 12 years streaming on Twitch, I've never seen one person in Twitch chat type in WSP. It came from YouTube, by the way. Decoy says Balatro was a lifesaver during Thanksgiving with extended family. What do you mean? Instead of talking to him, you just loaded up Balatro? Are you kidding? You were playing golden steak instead of eating steak with your uncle? Wait, Decoy, you're gonna have to elaborate on that. Did Dan see James Franklin press conference after the 4-string scored a TD as time expired? No, I didn't. Link me though. Saw Gumby in Mexico wheeling his date out of water aerobics. He says W. Why are we dunking on? December is no dunking on Gumby month, by the way. Dan, people online hate their families. It's the worst trend of 20. Like, I get like there's probably, if you have an extended family, there's probably like maybe one family member that, you know, maybe you don't invite him to the Elden Ring party, but there's got to be some good family members in there too. You know, hating your family is like boomer humor of hating your wife. I will say this, and this is, no, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, I mean, is that Zoomer stuff to not like your family? And I get it. It's probably, they don't understand. I was in Helm's Deep trying to get my epic rate. I get that they don't get that. But for 2 hours, we can all act normal. We can all put on an act for 2 hours. We don't have to undead dwarf Tauren orc post. We could take some time off from that for chat. We can all find, I should have given this pep talk before Thanksgiving. We can all find one family member you can hang with. Tell that to your uncle slinging slurs. I mean, just ask him if he watches Squeaks. Some Zoomers never get out of Little Johnny, stop playing WoW and come talk to your Uncle Skip 5. What do you mean though? No, I get it. I get it. There's different strokes for different folks, but I can't guarantee. But if you have extended family, there's probably someone in there doing raids you just don't know about. Like you probably got someone, and maybe it's like your cousin's boyfriend, and you know she told him like, hey, don't wear the anime shirt. So maybe he's got like the jacket on with like a little one-piece pin right here that's like microscopic, and you're like, that's my cue. The only thing your uncle's doing is raiding a fridge, Lamau. I will say this, to me the great equalizer is card games. That's the great equalizer, man. You could sit down and play cards with anyone. Finding out your new cousin plays Magic, but then finding out they play a blue deck. Teaching your grandpa Magic. What's that one card? Not Life Force. It's Life. He immediately goes, what's the Life Force card? It's not called Life Force. It's like the fairy with the net cut over her. Earthbind. It's like, what's this Earthbind card? Yeah, euchre, but only people from the Midwest know what euchre is. I was able to play Magic with my wife and brother-in-law all weekend. You got a good roll of dice. So here's the thing. Ogo Dev was not at Thanksgiving.
My job is to put the threes.
What is this?
My name is Joshua Patrick Allen.
My job is to put
Potential soundboard material.
the 3s and 4s in the game. But when the 3s and 4s get to go in the game, they get to play football.
Not wrong.
Those guys deserve to play football. Your ones are in the game. You were trying to score.
Was that coach mad? Was the Maryland coach mad? No way he's mad.
Your ones are in the game. You were trying to score. We're trying to score. On top of that, you're playing cover 0. If you don't want, play cover 2.
Cover 0 means they're sending the house. They're playing man on the back end. 5 guys covering 5 guys. Everyone else is going after the QB.
So I'm good with it. And on top of that, there's also a change in college football. We are trying to play as long as we can, make the playoffs, and be seeded as high as possible. And scoring as many points and a point differential matters. All that matters. And if you don't get that, it's really not my problem.
Maybe like I would say I'm neutral on James Franklin. Like, you know, he's not going to give you any sound bites, but he's not wrong. Like those Jimmies and Joes that are 3rd and 4th string, they've been lifting weights. They've been doing the sprints. They've been getting their faces pounded in. It's their turn to make a play. If you're a Terrapin and you can't stop a Nittany Lion, that's on them. Burger after burger, what's going on, you piece? Seems like many people have issues with lions in football. I don't know what a Nittany Lion is. I just know what a lion is. But my thing was, Mike Loxley, was he mad? 1 month for this and one more boss. Do you believe, chat? 1% juice, I believe. A Nittany Lion is extinct. He was mad. Did he? I want to see that guy's press conference. All right, let's win this one. This one's for Ryan Gary, pumping on the Peloton. Just got out of his seat, listening to some Alley Love. Let's make this a night to remember. Little dial here. Please, War Chest. I got you on the next one. No, Ogildev went to his side of the family, so I didn't get a chance to see him. But the thing is, so when we get together, we want to play Magic, but there's also like 8 million, not 8 million. There's a lot of young kids around, and it's just not gonna happen. Maybe in like 5 years we can go to Thanksgiving, and him and I can sit down and play some Magic. But right now, there'll be yams all over the cards. After the kids go to bed and the Baileys come out, brother. These kids, after one slice of pumpkin pie, they look like Hornsent when he's swinging those daggers around, but on 10x YouTube speed. All right, let's get this toast. I will say, so I went out this weekend with my wife. We had a cousin who just was celebrating something, and so we went to an Italian restaurant before, and I'm like, hey, you know, what should I get to drink? You know, it's Saturday night, survived the holiday, had a good time. Like, Daddy's gonna kick back and relax. Normally, if you're under 21, plug your ears. Normally, I'll sit back, have just like a nice, cool tequila, maybe a little soda. Not every, like maybe once a month or something. But I'm like, hey, I'm an Italian restaurant. Let's live it up. Tu casa, mi casa. Order the sausage and peppers. I'm like, hey, what kind of drinks you got? And they're like, try the Negroni. Yo, left pad Larcy. So I tried a Negroni. It's like, it is an explosion like you've never had. It's like the most bitter thing I've ever tasted in my life. But there's also like a little bit of cherry on it, you know? But it is like super bitter. But it's like, it's not bitter unbearable. It's just like bitter beer face for like 3 frames. Why is it bitter? You have a Thanksgiving at a bar every year? What's Campari? Poor man's old fashioned? Brother, are you taking shots at Italy? What is the bitter liquor called? No, it's not the gin. It's they put a little gin tastes like if you took a bite out of your Christmas tree. What is Campari? What is Campari? Aperol? Sounds like something you clean out a... Aperol sounds like something you spread on like your kid's knee when they scrape it. What is Aperol? What is the bitter? Let's make this a night to remember. Aperol is something you catch it. No, I'm serious. What is Aperol made out of? What is vermouth made out of? Vermintide? Like Aperol to me sounds like something that is made up. Orange and liquor? It's an infusion of herbs and fruit. Vermouth is a fortified wine. What? Buddy, I said we're probably not going to play WoW today. We don't have to drop fortify to like get us to want to play WoW. Okay, maybe just one level. Negroni is 1 part gin, 1 part Campari, 1 part vermouth. Campari is the bitter part. What is Campari translated into? Campari is Italian herbs based. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Is there thyme in there? Speaking of thyme, chat. Morning. I mean, it's cold here in Michigan. It's someone dumped a bottle of whiteout everywhere. It's snow everywhere. Wake up Saturday morning. Get a couple eggs. Say hello to the girls. Give them some fresh water. Go back in. Hang out with my kids for a little bit. 2 hours later, my son comes in and says, "Hey, Dad, a chicken's dead." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Yeah, one's missing." They keep flying the coop, man. Furball's gone, man. So, like, I tried to track her down, but she's literally all white head to toe in a snow. It was like trying to find your character in Dark Souls 2 winter area. It's not happening. It's like, man, it's turned into a game of Survivor right now. We have 5 of 8 left, man. 5 of 8. Are chickens really expensive to own? Actually, not really. I think they're like $5. Water, food, clean. That's pretty much it. Need some air tags for those chickens. That's not a bad idea. So my next thing, look, I would never do this, but kind of. So I'm like, I want to get some replacement chickens. Like, I think in April I'll get like 6 new chicks, but I don't got 6 months time. Like, we need to get some egg production going right now, chat. Can you buy egg-ready chickens? Scab chickens? I mean, here's the ideal situation. Get some scab chickens until April. Then in April, let's cook them up, boys. Wait, what are scab chickens called? Did I put the chicken down? I didn't even get a chance to put the chicken. The chicken's gone. It flew the coop in 25-degree weather, and then I'm sure it got eaten by a skunk or something. Someone sells pullets. What's a pullet? So you can buy scab chickens. I mean, I will feel like it's not like it's like a walk-on chicken, you know? Like, we got our team, man. We got our team. Some of our players keep hitting the transfer portal, but we got walk-ons, man. We gotta go. How do I find walk-on chickens, man? You can order walk-on chickens in the mail. Have you figured out how they're able to escape? Yes. There is a fence around the coop that you can open and close. It's kind of a unique mechanism. And I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm not blaming anyone. I wouldn't do that. But there's a potential if you're under the age of 10 and you open and close it, there's a chance you don't close it properly. So where there's like a little crevasse they can sneak out of. Not blaming anyone, I'm just saying. Wait, chat, can we buy walk-on chickens? I'm not even joking. What would I Google? Because then the other thing, you got to make sure the walk-ons and the starters still get along, you know? I'm not blaming it on anyone. I'm just saying, none have died on my watch. Tractor Supply has chickens, you think? I mean, I will say this. I mean, they're learning the circle of life. When Goldie got picked off, it was like the kids were devastated. When Mohawk went missing, they were like kind of upset. When Furball was vanquished, it was like, hey, chicken's dead. You want to play some Uno? Damn, they got another one. They got used to it. I think honestly, like, I mean, I was upset's not the right word. I was just like, I'll tell you what I was like. When my son, and he was like, he wasn't excited, but there was like a hint of like, he was excited that he was the one delivering the news. And he's like, Dad, Furball's dead. My first thought was, man, like, what am I going to do with this body? My second thought was, Chad, I was so close to, last night, I took everything off my desktop, backed everything up, moved all the bits into a bit folder. That's why it took me a second to pull up Ben Affleck.
Cheers to the 596.
Julia, thanks for the 8 months. And then I tweeted out, hey, I'm gonna do a fresh install of Windows 10. And I get this tweet. It says, dude really waited till Sunday at 9 p.m. to reinstall Windows. And that person was Armin, and I was kind of like, you know what? He kind of talked me out of it. I chickened out. I know. He was not wrong, because I mean, without that tweet, we probably don't have a stream right now. Also, chat, look, I don't want to, December is not for calling people out, but I was in the Discord this weekend, and there's movie night, right? Like there's movie night. Brett's been running it since the beginning of time. I'm going through, I'm like, hey, just see and make sure everything's good. And then I see just something I never want to see in the Discord. You know, like it's like a little much, you know. Minting Fish just so egregiously, and just like, you want, thanks for hosting again, comma, Brett. And I'm like pouring it on a little thick, you know, like, the heck, man. We all know you're dating. You don't have to. I know it's Major BM. I know. What about everyone else that was in the Discord?
This is our moment.
You tell Brett that too? If I saw that stuff, I'd want to see Viva Pinata. But I think Home Alone's the next movie, right? Did I put my tree up? Fruitbat says, did you put your tree up yet? If by putting your tree up means my wife put it up and I hung a few ornaments, then yes. Yes, the tree is up. I had a very strong hand in putting the tree up. Let's get this toast. I used to, as a kid, my mom would always buy me one NFL player ornament a year. So I like, you know, I had like 20 ornaments of like all these different players, like everyone from like Dan Marino to Charles Woodson to Emmitt Smith or whatever. A couple of years ago, my son found them. He's like, can I play with these? I'm like, yeah. We go to put up some of the football ornaments. It's like a MASH unit, man. Like every player, missing arm, missing leg, missing torso, helmet's gone. It's like all chopped up, and I'm like, you know what? That's what they were meant for, man. Ornaments for smashing and ramming into each other. Ancient players. Hey, man, those ornaments are probably worth like $3.17 now. No, they're ornaments. They look like action figures, but the parts don't move. You know what's crazy to me, chat? They do not make NFL action figures. If you want to buy like a NFL toy for a kid, this is what the quarterback is. Literally just, there's no NFL action figures. Isn't that crazy? Market is too niche. Can you buy soccer action figures in non-K Kona? Yeah, there's WWE action figures. Why would you want an action figure of just a regular dude? It's a dude wearing a football outfit, though. I will say we did like a Christmas list with my kids. I have 8, 6, and 3-year-old. My 8-year-old's making his list. And I'm like, hey, what about, like, do you want any toys? He's like, no. I'm like, action figures? Like, no. And I'm like, I'm trying to find a way to, like, sneak some toys in. Bro doesn't want any toys. I'm like, man. Dang life, man. Toy market's tanking pretty hard right now. Is it really? Yeah, my middle son came in and saved the day. He's like, I want some Legos. I'm like, all right. Thanks, Dad. I just want to spend some quality time with you, though. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. When you're going to work out and you're like, Dad, do you want to play some football outside? Just joking. Just joking. Just joking. Yes, I do, but I also want to work out. I would love to play football with you after I work out. Then you go on Instagram and it's like post after post after post of your kids are only young for 17 seconds. If you say no to hanging out with them and playing with them, you're gonna miss the window. The window closes so fast, man. Then there's a song that goes bam, 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 and it shows like this daughter goes from age 1 to like age 18 in 8 blinks of the eye, and you're like, yeah, the song from Up, bam, 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 bam. That is like if you ever hear that song on Instagram, it is most certainly to be followed by parental guilting advice. If you don't hang out with your kid 24 hours a day, are you really parenting? I'm just joking. I'm joking. Bam, 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 bam. Messy house. Kids running around. We used to pray for times like these. Bam, 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 bam. Video of dad doom scrolling on a couch. Kids just sitting there doing a football to himself. Bam, 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 bam. PSA: stop looking at your fantasy football team and play football with your kids. Bam.
This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
Bro, so I made it through and November. I made it through, man. December 1st, I put Instagram back on my phone, and it's just bam, 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 bam. And you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm taking it off my phone. No notification. It's out of here. No notification, November. I know. I deleted it. I will say, the one app that I didn't really miss Instagram at all. And matter of fact, it's out of here. I just deleted it. Bam, 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 bam. I did miss Twitter. Because Twitter is just a +2 factory. Instagram is a me, show, shame, bam, 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 bam. That's what Instagram is to me. Come on, Chad, I saw this. When I saw this, I'm like,
my man.
Cart full of resin? Is that all you need? Yep. That's the kind of stuff I missed in NNN November. And how do we translate Instagram sad child's music into it? Bam, 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 bam. I guarantee if I was on Instagram right now, it would take me 9 seconds to find bam, 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 bam. Do you know that you spend 95% of your time with your kid? By the time they're 16, it looks like a bell curve. Bam, 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 bam. You want to find? You don't have to go very far to find it. You ever see the movie Click from Adam Sandler? No, I only watch good Adam Sandler movies like Spanglish. Chad, if someone finds a, Chad, that'll get us DMCA'd. If someone finds a good one though, link me. Bam, 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 bam. If you going to Click thinking it'd be a silly Adam Sandler movie, I mean, wasn't Click get downvoted to oblivion? I remember seeing, I could see the movie poster for it, and I'm like, Joel Siskel and Ebert gave it a 3 out of 10. Is it good? Is it actually good? It's good, and you will spend more time with the family the moment you stop watching. Vanguardian, I knew you'd change your name, you piece. Thank you for the 50 months. Wait, chat, is it, what's it? Is it just about a dad who watches too much TV? Just watch it? But no one in my life's ever told me you have to watch Click. Wait, are you basically saying Click is Instagram of bam, 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 bam? Yes? Alright. Must be nice not having people in your life telling you to watch Click. Alright, maybe I'll watch it. But I got rid of Instagram so I don't have to see that anymore. Instagram reel. Dad making dinner. Kid comes up, Dad, can I help? Dad says, no, caption. It will take 2 more hours. 2 hours longer if you help make dinner. Kid goes away dejected. Bam, 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 bam. Fast forward. Dad, can I help with dinner? Yes, they're out there throwing chef's tunas around. They're catching knives. You've just made his life. Bam, 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 bam. You have no idea what I'm talking about? All right, maybe you're not ready for those. Kind of like Marty McFly when he's playing rock and roll, but you will be. You've never seen any single one of those? You have to be Keating. Will I show you my Spotify rap? Yeah, it's probably... If I had to guess Spotify rap, 95% WWE walkout songs. 5% David Bowie. Maybe 50-50. It's Perry Grip, not a ton of Perry Grip. Click is creative detritus? What does that mean? How can you call something creative garbage? Isn't it garbage or creative? Click is really saccharine. Saccharine is sugar, right? Click has huge, I'm 14 and deep energy. Lord Campbell, is that... That's like Northernlion literally probably said that on the Peloton. Literally. Like, you may be... We may have just found NL's alt account. What's a subreddit? Wait, there's a subreddit called I'm 14 and this is a deep movie? Saccharine means overly or sickening sweet? There's a Reddit called I'm 14 and this is deep? What? What is wrong? What kind of stuff is on it? It's funny? Cringe quotes? Pseudo-philosophical stuff? Last thing on the parenting videos, it's like, you're watching something. I think this is probably good for everything. If you're watching something and it makes you feel not good, stop watching it. Like, bro, I don't need some random telling me to do X, Y, or Z. That being said, did you guys see Best Buy's got an incredible Black Friday sale still going on today? Get everything you need. You need new headset, keyboard, pill, anything you need. Anime, why you can get it right now. Chad, I was so close. I was so close to caving and buying a new PC, but I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix this. How did it go? Still hard. I want to change, and this, I feel like this is dangerous. I want to change the voltage on my CPU, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I think that will do the fix, but I know. So I think there's something inherently flawed with the AMD Ryzen 5950X. What do you mean, absolutely not? Yeah, undervolting. Yeah, I just need every exact setting, and I wasn't able to find it. Someone's like, yeah, just cut the watts by minus 1.5, but there's like 800 watts you can cut. I've already done BIOS and drivers. So that's not going to turn it... That's not going to turn into tech issues, but we have it.
Well, hello, buddy.
We will be undervolting. That's it. That's the only variable we're horsing with now. Has it randomly shut off since Friday? Yes. So next move is actually fresh windows. And then after fresh windows, if it doesn't work, I'm going to undervolt. Underscore or undervolt? You should never mess with voltage to fix issues. That's using a band-aid to fix a missing limb. The only time was necessary when mobile vendors were doing silent overclocks. No, we did disable C state. It didn't do any difference. But here's the thing, Spectre. You should never mess with voltage. Theoretically, yes. But what if that fixes it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if everyone online says that's the fix? I agree. I don't want to mess with it. But also, product not working as intended. What if it does the opposite of fixing it? That's why I haven't done it yet. Because I'm like, it can blue screen at will if you do that. That's why I'm waiting. What if it has the option? But here's the thing. If you undervolt, how could it fry? I could see if you overvolt could fry it. How could an underscore fry it? Light Arisen, thank you for the T space 3 for 2 space Y. Hope you enjoy your teardrops. Thank you for the 2 years of over-the-top support. Truly appreciate it. Thank you. You tried an Apple Vision Pro yesterday and it blew your mind? What super clearance store were you at where they were giving those away? Can't you just imagine a future in which everyone's wearing very heavy visors around their neck with an extremely hot battery pack in their back pocket with a wire connecting the 20-pound visor to a microwave in their back pocket? That's the future, man. That's the future. I am not tech posting, but I do think in our lifetime you'll have that, but a contact lens. When it's a contact lens, then sign me up, brother. I think it's gonna be contact lenses. Our lifetime, calm down. No, like I'm saying in probably 10 years, you're gonna go, up Dan's on, whoop. Or some of you are gonna be like, up Dan's on, or up Dan's on, up. That's what's gonna happen. That count as monitor 1? Heck yeah, brother. Dan's on, I wonder if he'll beat Leda today. Why go gas? It's no BM December. You've been using VR goggles for 10 years? Bro, don't you get sick of playing Elite Dangerous? What else can you do in VR goggles, man? I've tried on VR goggles one time. It was at Mathis's apartment. And I played Elite Dangerous for about 10 minutes. This was like 10 years ago. Really fun for concerts. What do you, like you go to a concert and you wear VR? What's the point of going to a concert then? I use VR headsets for work sometimes and the padding is always so greasy. What do you use VR headsets at work for? Why are people bringing VR headsets into a concert? Are you watching the concert at home in VR? You mean like a music video? I don't understand. No, it's like you're in the crowd, but it's not. You're just sitting at home watching a music video. You're in the crowd, but there's no people. We use VR headsets to do architectural design walkthroughs for clients. Is that so you don't have to manually draw it anymore? So you don't have to build the building first? Building the building first is easier. All right, I couldn't get away with that one. Why delay? It wasn't dialed. The coolest thing I've seen is in VR is surgeons using augmented reality to get a HUD of patient vitals and an overlay of their MRI scans. Yeah, but what happens like to the surgeon's head when they have the 30-pound visor on and it falls into the chest cavity like a junior met in Seinfeld? I think I would wear Ray-Bans that looked like Ray-Bans if they were AR for sure. But if they're like thick-rimmed Armin glasses, I wouldn't wear them.
Thikrita tipped $3. Daniel, been watching for _months. Love the no, warning sign, high voltage sign, warning sign, high voltage sign, _ cheers to the 596 _ black exclamation mark, warning sign, _
Chat, why would you wear like Ray-Ban, normal Ray-Bans, not extra thick, not a little circle on the side? Why if you would wear normal Ray-Bans for augmented reality, and if no? Sounds like a good way to eat ads IRL. Not if you had to use your hands like a weirdo? What do you mean? You don't want to walk up and down the street seeing people do this? You don't want to see that? Why? You don't want to see people doing that? Why not? LASIK was the best investment I ever made. And my thoughts on LASIK are any port in the storm, just not my port, brother. I've never seen a Clockwork Orange, but I feel like that's where they got the idea from LASIK from. You're gonna hold my eyes open and fire a laser in there? I'll wear glasses, brother. I'll wear contacts. When your vision starts to go, brother, I've been wearing contacts for 20 years. And then like, here's my thing. What if LASIK makes your vision too good and you want to go back? Then you can't. You're lasered. You know what I mean? Like, what if your vision is too good? Like you could see like every hair follicle on a dog walking by, you know? No, thank you. I'm serious, man. Like, what if you're like, I'm sure it like takes your brain time to adjust. It's like when I go to the eye doctor and they're like, oh, you need a stronger prescription. And like, you can see everything so clear. And I'm like, no, I want to keep my old prescription. Because it like messes with your mind. It's like, I didn't know you could see that clear. I don't want to see that clear. I prefer not to, actually. Because it messes with your mind, man. I'm not joking. Like, do you want to go up? You could see better than that. I'm like, no, I'll stay where I am. What do you triple quit? It's not a bit. It's not a bit. So like, hey, you could probably go up 0.25 in your prescription based on like do all the lens. What direction is pointing? Do you like lens 1 or lens 2? Lens 2 or lens 1? A or B? B or C? C or D? After you do all that, then they give you the new prescription. I'm like, yo, I can see this really clear. It's like, okay, we'll go up a step. I'm like, no, I want to keep what I got. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. It's not a bit. I'm serious. I don't need supervision. I just need okay vision. It's not a...
Lord of America, you too deserve to face the reckoning.
It's... I would tell you if this is not a bit. I think I'm minus... So I'm like... Is it docs if I tell you what I am? In one eye, I'm minus 0.75. The other eye, I'm minus 1.5. 1.75, 1.5. And they're like, hey, you should probably match the other eye. And I'm like, I'm good. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. It's so your eyes don't strain and make your vision worse. Let me throw this curveball at you. Have you ever seen anyone's eyes get better? Going to the eye doctor? I'm gonna stay right where I am, brother. Like, I'm not gonna go there next week and be like, oh, your eye's healed there. Now you're just a -1 in each eye. I'm staying where I am, man. I'm staying where I am. A lot of eyes people can be damaged from eye strain by reading or studying a lot. They can improve once strain is applied. What do you mean, strain? No, I have turned down prescription increase, but my vision's not that bad. I think part of it is like you're holding the line of like, man, if I get this, then I'm gonna have to get new glasses, and the glasses are gonna make me look like a dad or something, you know? You have a low blue light monitor? What's that? I did, the one question I did ask the eye doctor, I'm like, hey, like I stare into a ring light for 6 hours a day. I'm like, is there any studies on that? He's like, nah, you should be all right. I'm like, we just said that pretty quickly. Are we sure about that? Just sign the check, buddy. Stare, are you locked in? Chat, what does the stare emote look like? Is it... Chat, but here's the thing. You can make your own glasses. You take a piece of paper, punch a hole in it, and look through it, you can see better. It's actually true. It's not meme. No, 100% true. If you put a pinhole in a piece of paper and you look through it, you could see better than if you didn't have glasses on. Try it. It's the pinhole test. Just curl up your finger and look through it. While it sounds unhinged, it does work. Chat, it...
Don't you dare approach Mikula.
The same thing you do when there's an eclipse, man. So your eyes don't get damaged, but you can see it clear. I saw some, I don't know if it's a meme or not. Are all the planets going to be lined up this month? Or is that a meme? Or like a lot of the planets going to be lined up? It's like 6 planets are going to be in like a bowling line. Yeah. Not all of them, but 6 of them. What's Ragnarok?
Don't you dare.
What's a bowling line? A line of bowling pins? I'm not joking, chat. Can someone NASA it? I'm telling you, 6 planets are going to be in a line. He's right as usual. January 21 planets align. Thank you. I'm not making this stuff up, man. I thought it might have been a meme, but it's not. 6 planets. See, Chad? I don't make this stuff up. It's only 6 planets. Sorry. Is that something that happens every day? Every planet is an exact straight line? That happens every day. Get your bowling balls out. So what is it going to look like? Dan, I got back from vacation 2 weeks ago. My on and again, off again flew in to meet me there. Can someone post that? Repost that? Hey, Dan. I just got back from vacation a few weeks ago. My on again, off again flew there to meet me, but in the 2 weeks since, it's taken her a week to respond to my message. She said I didn't do anything wrong. She was just busy. Am I reading too much into it, or am I right to think I messed up? Who typed that message? Who's the person? I need to check the brand equity of the person. Mr. Ritzy? Maybe to the mall or to vacation. Let me know if they pop in the Discord. Your Discord is Ritz Raider 79. Hop in the Discord, bud. You know the drill. Mr. Rutsu, what's going on, brother?
Daniel, how we doing, man?
You tell me, brother. So hit me with the update. So you went on vacation? Hit me with the what's going on?
So I went to New Zealand, and I've had that planned for like a year.
Real quick, are you Kay Kona? You live in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to New Zealand. I thought you were maybe like going to South Carolina anyway. So you're going to New Zealand. Then what happened?
Yeah. So about a month ago, we're talking, and we're close again.
Who's were?
My on again, off again.
Dangling to
okay, real quick. I gotta.
My YouTube name is Top Secret.
Hold on one
Sorry,
second.
my man. Thanks for the streams. We on main monitor today, so let's get that.
Hold on a second. I get TTS. Dangling. I was gonna mod you on YouTube. That's why. Anyways, thank you for the support. All right. So what does on again, off again mean?
So it's long distance, but it's been 2 years. Every time I go to visit friends, like we basically hang out the entire time, and like when we go to see friends, it's like.
All right. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Look. So, like, you painted the picture, man. You painted the Mona Lisa for us, and then you said, "Why isn't the Mona Lisa smiling?" So basically, I'm trying to keep this as little brother as possible. You go play pickup basketball at the gym. You run into a friend there. You play a few rounds of basketball. You go home and you're like, well, how come we're not captains of the same franchise? Because that's not the ball game you're playing. The ball game you're playing is you just want to play some pickup basketball, right?
Oh no, with her,
yeah,
it's no. So I go to visit our like collective group of friends, but then either like she stays with me or I stay with her the entire time.
Okay, but what happened when you're not visiting friends? What's your interaction with her? Nothing.
Just talking.
How often? Once a month?
So it's normally when we're like back to, being something, it's daily, but that's why I'm like, since the trip, it took like a full week. I was just like, did I do something wrong here? And she said no. I was just like, okay. But then, haven't talked since, so I'm kind of like, well,
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
I did something she's not telling me.
no, I don't think. I think she's telling you the truth. I don't think you did anything. Just as an outsider perspective,
I am the
like
red
you're
the time has come.
I don't have a better way to say it. You're playing pickup basketball. She wants to play pickup basketball. You're saying, hey, like I want you on the franchise, but she just wants to play pickup basketball. And you're like, well, what? You're like, what did I do wrong? She's like, nothing. I just want to play pickup basketball.
Okay, that's. I mean, I guess I was just confused because like she flew there to join me on vacation, so that was like a week. But
Yeah,
I mean, it works.
I mean, but like some people drive an hour to play pickup basketball. They just miss playing pickup basketball. But here's my thing. but just to like for your sake of mine, because I mean that's like that's the message being sent. There's a chance maybe she doesn't know that you want to be in a relationship with her. So like my advice would be if that's what you want, like stop playing pickup basketball and tell her that's what you want and then see what she says. Just know when you do that, she's either going to say, yeah, she wants to be in a relationship, or the pickup basketball, there's probably a chance pickup basketball is over because she's not going to want to play pickup basketball for someone who's trying to, be on the same franchise. But maybe she does. My thing is maybe she doesn't know that you feel that way. That would be my one thing is like have the conversation of like, hey, is this pickup basketball? Don't say, well, let me ask this. Do you want to like be in a relationship with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we get along awesome. Lots of the same interests. So I think it's just hard because it's long distance too.
Well, if it's easy, everyone would do it. So let me ask this: what is your job remote?
Yeah.
Okay, so theoretically, I mean, I'm not telling you to do this. Theoretically, you could move.
Yeah, and we've discussed that. Like I've said, the last time we were together and talking, I said, I could move like to Texas or, somewhere closer. And she would, just kind of, she was like, well, yeah, but then I'd have to see about like a job and everything. So
So like here's where you're at. Like a lot of coulds and shoulds and woulds. It needs to be like definitive right now. So like if you want to be in a relationship with her, don't say, hey, I could be in one with her. Like you either want to or you don't. And if you do, you need to act with like some gusto. Be like, hey, look, I really like you. I don't know what this is now. I'd like to be in a relationship with you. And then just see what she says. And whatever she says, that's what happens. Maybe she says yes. Maybe she says, well, hey, I just like pick up basketball. And then at least you can move on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a, blank or get off the pot kind of situation.
Yeah, well, at least, and for you too, right? Because like here you are, you're in the hills of Hobbiton, going through Lord of the Rings memorabilia with you, you're having a good time, and then you go back and, you're getting ghosted, which that's not fun. Especially after, you just saw where Legolas was born.
Right?
Yeah.
It was, dude, it's amazing there.
I can only imagine. But yeah, so like, I'm sure it takes some courage to have that conversation, but I think one of two things is happening. Either she doesn't know that you want to be in a relationship, or she does know and she doesn't want to be in one. Either way, you got to find out what the answer is and then move on accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just like, I tend to overthink, so I wanted to see a neutral party's perspective.
Yeah, I don't think this is overthinking. I think it's you gotta make a move here, brother.
All right, man.
All right, Mr. Rutsu, come back and let us know how it goes. When are you gonna have this conversation with her?
I'll message her probably later today, and hopefully I'll have something within the next week.
Yeah, so the whole messaging thing. This is not a text messaging Discord IRC. This is a pick up the phone call conversation.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Because you need to know, right? Like, because if you text someone a question they can, you know, they got time to stew. What you want to do is you want to lay it on the line. Hey, this is how I feel. I had a really good time with you. We've been doing this for a long time. I'd like to be in a relationship with you. Then say nothing. Then you're dead silent. Hey, I'd like to be in a relationship with you. What do you think? Then don't say, well, if and I could do this, I could do that. Well, maybe if you don't, just be quiet and let her answer, because what comes out of her mouth is going to be the answer you need.
Okay.
But do not text this this is a phone call conversation.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
Yeah, and I'm just going to tell you this. Before you pick up the phone to call her, your heart's going to be racing a little bit. There's going to be some nerves, because it's rubber meets the road time, brother. And that's going to be okay. But don't let the heart racing, after you ask the question, don't let the heart racing let you squeaks up the call by like saying more things more than, hey, I really like you. I want to be in a relationship with you. What do you think? End it there. And then just listen to what she says.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Mr.
That's a good plan.
Mr. Roots, we're rooting for you. Let us know how it goes.
Thanks, brother.
All right, see you, buddy.
Good luck on the round. Yep.
Thanks,
Bye.
man. Mr. Rootsu, man. Never know, man. You don't know. The chat, to me, like, sometimes you hear a call and be like, you don't know. That's an unknown. Which is unknown is heart racing. He doesn't know what she's gonna say. I did the same last night, got shot down, but it felt good to be straightforward. Yeah, now you can move on, you know? And then that way, when you're, you know, your next anime con, you're not thinking about Mrs. Timmy. Getting rejected is a rush. I mean, I don't know about that. Crit Bound says, I have great memories watching with your mom on my TV back when I was younger. You did great, Dan, and the space is amazing. Yo, Crit Bound, welcome. Tell your mom I said hi. Can I get a hello, buddy? Jim Buck, I can give you a hello, buddy, but you have to answer a question for me. I'll wait for it, Jim buddy. I'll wait for you to say, yeah, ask the question. All right. It's a yes/no question. Did you use your Prime on an ASMR streamer? Yes or no? No judgment either way. I just need to know. I'm delaying. No, I'll give it to you. Use mine on Moon, so even worse. Is that the guy who Northernlion battled in Hearts on Fire mobile competition? That's Boxbox. Boxbox and Moon are two different people. Very different. Okay. Can't keep up with Twitch meta, man. All right, I'm not here to comment on the marital relationship status of streamers. I don't even know who they are. Let alone if I did know who they are, still wouldn't comment on that. No, I really don't want to. I have no desire. Why not? Not my business. All right, let's get this toast. Sallyonabike says I'm married, FYI. Sallyonabike, does that excuse you for insulting my looks? Just because you're married, you can insult my looks? Chat saying, what do you mean Sally didn't say anything? 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 Sally didn't say anything today. Hey, Dan, you look like you've aged 5 years since you started Mesmer. Sally didn't say anything today, but she did 4 months ago, and I didn't forget that. Keep the receipts around here. Did he wait for Sally to break armor 4 months later to reveal to everyone she's married just so he could come back and double down and reverse Uno? He did. I wait in the bushes, chat. I wait in the bushes to strike. Can we just talk about how Dan was fighting for Mesmer 4 months ago? That's besides the point. That's not the point. Was I was perched out. Wait for Sally to poke her head after that BM. If you had as much dial on this game as you had for BM and holding grudges, you'd have beat this 3 months ago. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's room for both. There's room for both. So the later fight goes maybe a day or two longer. But I use that, I keep that SSD brain space open to BM a chatter who BM'd me 4 months ago and got away with it. Sally on a bike. Dan, Raven Pip says, Dan, I'm proposing to my girlfriend soon. Do you want some free content where I pretend I'm in a conundrum about it? Raven Pip, how long have you been dating and how are you proposing to her? Arbart said, I would kill for a great line like that. Sally Hart. Arbart, she said she's married. Little space. You're acting like minting fish on movie night around here. That's layers of BM. That's layers of BM. 3 years honestly and it's feeling spontaneous. I don't think marriage is like a spontaneous decision. That's just me though. Could be a good Batman candidate. Stay out of politics, brother. No, I mean, we've discussed marriage many, many times. A proposal itself is going to be spontaneous. So what you're saying is you're not creative or thoughtful. I'm gonna be out buying a 6-pack and then, you know, bend over, tie my shoes.
That will be on his deathbed and his last breath will be making a joke about Armin's labrum or getting to see an angel before Bill.
Armin labrum, no. But, Orbeam, I may steal that joke if I go early and Bill's at my bedside, which he would probably make the trip in for it. I would definitely hit him with it. 1000%. I'm gonna use that one. No, not really. She's told me before I can do it anytime other than in public. See, when she tells you she doesn't want you to propose in public, that's the hint. That's like the blinking light out in the sea. It's like, do it in public. Bad Evan, it's bad Evans. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. L advice, absolutely. Oh man. Don't listen to him. Bad advice. Absolutely horrible advice. We get some dang nuke spam in chat. Your girlfriend would murder you on the spot for doing that? Well, doesn't sound like the type of person you want to marry. Clipping this for the secret Dan hate Discord. DJ Knuckles, I noticed you'd stopped posting your Lego renditions of dang PAX cards. It's been a long time. Can I get a link to that Discord you started? I never stopped posting, just haven't seen. Oh, sorry. Never stopped posting. Sorry, I was using the word synonymous subscribing with posting. Sorry, that's my fault. My wife had no idea I was proposing her. It's corny, but I made a video of all of our time together and used up what ended up being our wedding song in the background. But where in the video did you ask her? Was it like a title slide in the video? Will you marry me? Wedding QR code. Bill or Brian, choose one. They both have changed. Bill and Brian have both changed. Bill has gotten jaded. And Brian has gotten a little bit star sleep pilled. He's like MMA. Like, it's no judgment. But like, I have a friend like Starsleep and a friend like Brian who are like, I wouldn't call them the most active people in the world. That's fine. They're not like super athletic or anything like that. But they both got MMA pilled. Not watching MMA, but like they go to a gym now and they fight. And so now they're super shredded. And with that comes a personality change. It doesn't have anything. It's just I don't have the words, but there's definitely like a personality shift. Wait, Ryan Gary's boxing training now? Do you dream of being on Big Brother still? I answered your Brian question. You're gonna come in here, Big Brother fan posting twice in all caps? Since you skipped out on your school day in 7th grade and you haven't used your mom's Prime on the channel yet, and you're gonna continue to ask all caps Big Brother questions? How'd you get out of school today? Dan, of all people, is it? No, I'm not annoyed. Is 2 dead PB or no? No, 2.5 dead is PB. Chuck Westmiller. Chuck Westmiller, you cannot covert BB post on that. Chuck Westmiller, that's not you. That's not you, brother. Caught. I know who you are, Chuck. It's not who you are. That's a +2 though. Hello, Dan from BR. Does BR mean Brazil? Are you from Brazil? Are you from Belo Horizonte? How do you plan to kill Dane and Letta? With ease? My man. Come to Brazil? I'd love to. Brazil is on my one of two places to visit. Don't get me started on Brazil.
My man.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind.
There's two countries I want to go to. Japan and Brazil. Sorry if you're in the EU. I want to go to Japan because I want to know what it feels like to like walk into the future. You know. I've been to Italy. Chat, do we have a? I was thinking about this. This just is what it is. I was thinking about this in the shower the other day. Do we have a mid sword that we can use that's faster? Because at least for that guy. Visiting Japan cheaply is somewhat easy if you're into churning. What the heck is churning? Butter? Accruing credit card points for signups? But doesn't that hurt your credit every time you like sign up for a credit card? Yeah. Visiting Japan is possibly cheap because 1 USD has 8 USD purchasing power. How's that Canadian dollar work over there, brother? Brother, how's that Canadian dollar work over there? I was joking. What do you mean you get paid in USD? So is that good? You get paid in USD, but is that good for you? Ryan Gary, are you boxing or is chat memeing? Are you tennis posting? Can't keep the sports straight. Ryan Gary does not Jake Paul post in the gym. I was for a while, but I stopped because my wife told me you were working out too much. Wait, you were actually boxing? Are you? How am I just now finding this out? Are you, wait, is that a long elaborate bit or you actually were boxing? It was at a community center, it wasn't that serious? Can I just ask one question? Actually, I actually think it may help. Were you boxing on your toes? That's actually what you'd probably be naturally good at it. He walks on it. Sorry, is it Doxa? He walks on his toes. Maybe you'll find out one day. What do you mean? I've seen you walk around. That's good. That will play to your advantage. Wait, did you wear a headgear? Like, did you take actual shots to the head, or were you just like senior citizen boxing, like shadow boxing? There was some light sparring, but he only took a shot once. Did it hurt? How did I never hear this, chat? All right. Not at all, but my sparring partner was literally an old lady. This cannot be true. What do you think, Chad? Do you think he was wearing Everlast, like shiny satin shorts and a white tank top? This dude was Rocky posting. This man got shape rotated by Dorothy, age 78 parentheses. Wait, does Kate say you work out too much because you're getting too thin? I'm gonna be honest, like we were talking about, I don't know if you're here, Ryan. I have two friends that got into like MMA training, and they're different now. I don't know if I could handle a different Ryan Gary, man. I don't know if I can handle that. No, it's not about that stuff. It's like it's not a current events thing. It's when people get into MMA training, it's not a current events thing. They just they change. It's like they just talk about that the whole time now. No, actually, both Brian and Starsleep. I don't want to call them out. It's like that's the thing to talk about. MMA. Oh, I had him in this lock, and then I did this, and then I did that, and it's like, where before Starsleep, it was just talk about anime. Nothing in my life is an elaborate bit. Exercising isn't a bit. I mean, Exercising it isn't a bit, but boxing at a senior center is a bit. There's no way it's not. Like, you knew what you're doing signing up there. Have you seen his brown shirt? Is definitely a bit. ASAP Schrader. You can't talk about the shirt, only I can. It's not my fault. Men my age would rather drink and play League than interact with their community. Do you call interacting with your community throwing a right hook at someone's grandma at the senior center? The seniors will rinse you in tennis, brother. I'll take any senior anytime in any racket sport. Buddy, I've seen 70-year-olds play tennis. They got no knees, no ankles. All you do is hit them cross court, man. They can't get there.
Our ancestors that hunted antelope through the tundra for 6 days have to watch us try not to die from heart disease by boxing old women and riding stationary bicycles.
Oh, thanks for the bits. Wait till you see that slice coming from Furpy. They're not gonna have time to shoot the slice, man. The overhand lob. Get those old bones running. They can't get there in time. Even though they got that sleeve on, that sleeve, it looks like gauze. I got news for you, Gramps. That knee brace you have on, it looks like tan gauze. It's not doing anything for you. You can keep sliding it on. I'm still gonna hit your cross court lob every day of the week, brother. You know the ones I'm talking about. My favorite though. When they get a little chirpy, they get a few points every now and then. Smash them right in the hitbox. You okay? You got a few points. Dodge this ball coming right to your torso. Point. 30 love, brother. You'll get your points, but I'll get my hitbox in. I mean, when I was one of my first jobs, I was 15 or 16, and I was coaching Little League recreational baseball, aka parents would drop their kids off at the park at 8 a.m. and pick them up at 1 p.m. And we had some really unathletic kids. One of the kids' name was Dean. And I'm like, Dean, you get to be captain of the defense. And he kind of looked like the kid from Up. He's like, I get to be captain of the defense. Anyways, in the background, when I'm doing this, my two math teachers, who are probably like 60, 65, weren't working in the summer. But they'd play tennis every day. One looked like the dog Droopy. You know, the cartoon Droopy, looked like that guy. The other guy had removable teeth. These dudes would go at it in tennis 2 hours at a time. And you know how much ground they covered on a tennis court? This much. They didn't move beyond this square. Dink, 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 dink. They just sit there and look at me while I was working with Dean. And they were just sitting there having the time of their lives as teachers with their summers off. I'm like, man, how do I get that job? And you took a job with no PTO. I mean, we got the performance review. We're doing tomorrow. The performance review comes out. If you have no idea what that is, basically, you guys are my manager. You get to fill out an HR report on how the streams were this year, and the last streaming day of the year. You see if you rehire me for a year, or send me to the Pine Barrens. Dan, do you think in 500 or 1,000 years people think Super Mario was a real person and really existed? Brother, 500 to 1,000 years from now, we're gonna be dinosaurs, man. IQ 195. We're gonna evolve into dinosaurs. I like this prediction. IQ, you just got released from the can. You're fresh out of a 2-month ban. We got our eyes on you, IQ. You got a lot of eyes on you, not just mine, brother. Spent 60 days in the hole. Also, good to see you back, by the way. Someone wanted that played at their wedding and went well. I mean, that's an amazing song. It's probably a top 5 song of all time. Although a company just most recently commandeered it for a advertisement. It still does hit though.
This battle could not be more fitting for the birth.
Who commandeered that song? Bam, bam, bam. I don't know if Northernlion, are you here? Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. He's on the back of the speed bag. Bam, 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 bam. No, it's not that bad. How to know when a bit doesn't hit? Someone says, "Oh no, not that again." You lock in and you beat it this time. I know. Yeah, IQ may prove the theorem correct that chatters can be reformed after 60 days in the hole. Yeah, right. You and I'll get some hamburgers.
Yeah, right. You and I will get some hamburgers.
Donkey, 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 dunk, donkey, donkey, dunk. Did Cerso's Dungeon DM you like, please sing more songs for the outros? No, Cerso's Dungeon said, hey, I invoiced you. And I went to look for the invoice and he didn't send it. I said, and I just added him and I typed where and I held down the E button. I said, held down the E button. Where? Where is the, don't say you invoiced me and then there's no invoice.
Chad? Chad? This is the run? Chad?
That's so good, man.
Dan Jeeves?
Did I see the Skip Bayless say yesterday he hates snow games? I didn't see that. Skip got hacked? No. How did he get hacked? Is his password? I could see his password being like, I love LeBron or something. Skip has probably made more money than Sherm. Has he? I don't know what Skip Bayless makes, man. I have no idea. Skippy B123? Exclamation. Wait, why in chat if you have an exclamation point in your main password and in chat if no? Not answering that? What's a main password? Bartos, what do you mean what's a main password? You don't have a main password? Wait, you don't have a main password, chat? I've had the same password I used since my first MySpace account. You just added numbers and exclamation points. Anyone not using a password manager is insane? Here's the only thing though. When I use a password manager and they come up with a password for a new site, I'm like, I'm never gonna remember that. So like, I don't use that password. Like if I'm like, if I have to log into the site on my phone, no chance. It's not until recently that my password manager started working on mobile. It used to not work. Like I'd have to go into it, copy the password, then paste it over. I want it all automatic. Issue with the password manager is one password unlocks all your passwords. What do you mean? What does that mean? One run for the ages. Gumby popped in for a second. Gumby, are you on date 4 right now? Date 4 on Friday? Wait, you didn't hang out for Thanksgiving? Oh, by the way, Peeve put in an unban request, so I got him. Forgot to unban him. He sent it to me personally. Razor says there are unban requests. Tell me you don't watch youtube.com/Dan Gheesling without telling me you don't watch it. I like to think, chat, in another life, if I owned a restaurant, you would have your order served up the second you walked in.
Hey Dan, I had never heard the song Fishin' in the Dark until you tweeted it a couple of weeks ago and now it comes up on my Spotify all the time. It's like your tweets are linked to my playlist.
Jason, do you like it? You and me going fishing in the dark, fishing in the dark, fishing in the dark. You and me going fishing in the dark, fishing in the dark, fishing in the dark. Hands in the... Yes, but I don't know what fishing in the dark means. I didn't know either. I didn't know either until I found out later. Has nothing to do with fishing. Fishing in the dark. You can't block that. You can't block that. You and me going fishing in the dark. She blocks 1, she blocks 2. Does it have to do with the lying on the back and counting the stars while we're fishing in the dark? Script this run? Okay. You and me goes under in the score. That's pretty good. There may be something there. Papa J made a new song, chat. Is it worth listening to? Papa J has not made a new song since Hop in the Discord. Armin comes in and says, last run, but the schedule says final boss tomorrow. Armin Anderson, the kind of student to walk into class and remind the teacher that there's a test today when the teacher forgot. Spoiler alert, his classmates really loved him. All right, let me see here. Papa J's got a new song.
So you decided to be the streamer. All for a couple plus twos from our bargain on. Dan calls you out in front of 800 software engineers. While he times you out while sporting a grin. You know good and well you'll do it again. Eat 600. Eat 600. Think about your actions and ask if it was worth it. Okay, it was probably worth it. Maybe you decide to submit a clip. Nothing wrong about it, but Dan's angrier than Skip, so he throws you in the trunk and manically laughs. Meanwhile, Tubalius pulls out his drafts. Eat 600. Eat 600. Doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter who you are. No one is protected from the BM superstar. Better not suggest sound advice or try to be nice. Don't you dare try to help unless you're prepared to eat 600. To eat 600.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight's leader, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies will never allow this.
Playing in a Bass Pro Shop near you soon. All right, Dr. U has a new one after this, and we're going to play some UFO 50.
I'll fight to remember. Don't you dare, don't you dare.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight's leader, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies will never allow this.
Don't you dare, don't you dare.
Let's make it something to remember.
Oh, leda, leda. Oh, leda, leda. Leda, leda, leda. Leda, leda. Oh, leda, leda. Oh, leda, leda. Oh, leda, leda. Don't you dare. I'll fight to the red lane.
What are the words? It's the name of the boss.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare approach me.
I'll fight to remember.
Needle Knight
Don't you dare. Oh, that's
All right, you're mad about my Thanksgiving tier list? Let me guess. You like wet bread, Tidgeman. You like wet bread, Tidgeman. You like wet bread. If you like stuffing so much, go in your cupboard, grab your loaf of Wonder Bread, get a bucket of water, dip it in, and eat it. Then I'll eat stuffing. Do that, and I'll eat stuffing. Not stuffing mashed potatoes. No flavor, brother. I did make one mistake on the tier list. I thought it was called potato casserole, so I didn't want none of that. Sweet potato casserole, it's S tier. Circle Dungeon is not bait. You just had bad mashed potatoes? If I wanted to eat mashed up snow sand, I would just go eat that. Stuffed potatoes for people who can't make creative side dishes. If you're somewhere and they serve you mashed potatoes, creativity in the kitchen is a -1,000. In a world full of an endless palette of side dishes, you're giving me mashed potatoes, you've got to be Keating. Literally Keating. It's not bait. Restaurants in shambles? Yeah, because mashed potatoes, they're easy to make. There's nothing in it. Coming in from the guy who only eat American Chinese, that's false. One of my favorite restaurants is Dim Sum. Yeah, but you know what's in the Brussels sprouts? Bacon and meat. And meat and bacon. But I love mashed potatoes. I love them. Why do you like them? They're not even the consistency of food, man. That's what you put in between bricks. The most sane take I've heard. Mashed potatoes is a vessel for gravy. Cut the vessel out. Just slurp the gravy. Saved.
Dan, can you caption your bait tweet with bland, boring Michigan versions of Thanksgiving food tier list next time _
Arbard, what are you even trying to say? You need to come to Germany and try food? Brother, I've seen your food. You take meat and you dump blood all over it. I'll pass on that, brother. Baby's palate? You know what babies eat? Mashed potatoes. You know what babies don't eat? Brussels sprouts. Who's got the baby's palate now, brother? I'm not shaming you for having a baby's palate. Hey, maybe I was, but still.
I'll do a ribeye. Well done. Very good, sir. Mashed potatoes, okay with that? Honey, finish your drink. We're going to Culver's.
That's what I'm talking about. Hot honey curd, you got multiple flavors. Mashed potato is no flavor. There's zero flav in the ore. Some of the worst opinions I've ever heard. What? You're a Northernlion viewer. How can you say that? How do I know? I've seen your name there. Come on. How many hits does this piece take? Next 5 minutes, 6 time, I'm throwing a plate of mashed potatoes at Dan. 1, 2, 3. Are you keeping the security list on this? We already had to put one person on the security list. Wait for the best drop in the history of drops. Oh, people, people, people. I've seen how easily you unban people. What do you mean? People spend 60 days in the can, man. Wait, chat, does Northernlion really drink off camera? Or are you guys memeing? So he goes like this? Wait, really? Since when? That has to be new. Since when? Since always? Really? Because he didn't want to trigger people hearing him. You can drink without slurping. Wait. You can drink. Here's how I drink. What does he go? That's what he does?